Hello everyone, my name is Jaden or Astrolojay. I'm a new artist on YouTube and I do mostly traditional art on my sketchbook or on paper, but I do want to get more into digital art as my favorite thing to draw is fan art and characters and OCs, and I do want to one day create a graphic novel or even learn to animate like all the artists that I admire. And this is essentially my Meet the Artist, but way overdue. And I recorded this video in January. It is now March. But this is me breaking into my new sketchbook. Ignore the torn page. I was having a rough time with this initially, but I wanted to introduce you guys to me a little of what I look like, my interests, my art style, and just some background. So to start, again, my name is Jaden. My friends also call me Jay. I'm from the US, and I live in a small town currently while I'm going to college for art education. I plan at the moment to become an art teacher, but I may venture into music teaching, as other than doing art, one of my favorite hobbies is singing and playing guitar. Am I good at guitar? No. I just go on this guitar chord site and play my favorite songs. My cousin, however, is fantastic at guitar and singing, and I used to admire them growing up. They also have the same talent of art, and they were my biggest inspiration. But if this whole YouTube thing ever works out, I'd like to credit them in part for where I am. Anyway, I'm planning on becoming an art teacher, and that honestly is a little scary, as I believe a lot of it is more realism focused, and God, you will learn I am bad at realism. But I will of course share the journey when I get to it. I am in a gap year at the moment, just taking English and math at a private college that isn't one I'm going to full time. I am 19, my birthday is September 22nd, and 20 is rapidly approaching. Someone please help me, that age sounds too serious. I live with my wonderful partner, who I'm engaged to, and before anyone judges me for being so young, I currently work in food service, and it is as wonderful as you can imagine it being for someone who is neurodivergent. Like I mentioned before, I draw fan art and OCs, and I really have desires to make comics and animations. I just haven't put it to practice quite yet. I'm currently really interested in My Little Pony, and yes, it is a kid's show, but I am in love with the plot and the character designs. I'm not ashamed that I watch it every night when I'm falling asleep. I'm actually working on a My Little Pony piece that I am going to share here eventually, and I'm very proud of it. I also watch Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss. I don't agree with the entire fan base and some of the fan art, but I find the story and characters really fun. Sometimes it's okay to like cringe things. It's 2025. And on the cringe path, I am a former theater kid. Shocking, I know, and I am listening to Epic right now, and it's devastating. Please listen to it and watch it in animatics. These people are so talented. I have been drawing for about 9 years now, and I got a sketchbook when I was 10, and I was into anime art at the time. I'm not really a big anime person now, but I do wish to at least be informed on the popular ones that are going around, and that have been going around. But like a lot of artists, that sort of style is what started me on my art journey. I was also a very dramatic 10-year-old. The OCs and storylines I had were pretty dark, and for what? I was 10. It was also the same time I was into things like Five Nights at Freddy's and Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, and Undertale once I turned 11, so yeah, I was one of those kids. But honestly, I miss it. I was free, but you can imagine that a dramatic, emo 10 to 12-year-old would draw all the time. One day, I would like to go through all my old sketchbooks to catch you guys up on where I come from, and to really just put out there, if you guys think I'm weird, don't talk to me like 4 years ago and earlier. I've always done sketchbook drawings mostly. Getting me to do an actually fully drawn drawing is very difficult, but I promise to fix that. But I have dabbled in watercolor and acrylic painting, and I am very bad, but I do try to crochet also. Aside from doing music and art, I also love to play what I would consider more cozy games, like Minecraft and The Sims. I used to play a lot of Black Ops with my cousin, but I haven't played it in a while. I journal both as a coping skill, and it's just fun to yap. And I read occasionally. I like dystopia and stuff about Greek mythology. And I used to be such a major bookworm. Especially as a kid, I had such a high Lexile score, but then I just dropped in late middle school, and now I'm kind of stupid, couldn't really explain what happened. I also like astrology, which is why my art account name is what it is. It's a play on astrology and my name, if that wasn't obvious. I know I already shared my birthday, but for those who care, I'm a Virgo. I'm not deeply into astrology. I couldn't really read a chart, to be honest, but it's just a little interest of mine, and I mainly wanted a space name just because I like to doodle stars. I like to doodle stars. I just think it's cool. I like sociology. If I can, I'm going to take it in school, but I took it in high school and it was a really fun subject. I don't really have a lot to say about that. And finally, I like parrots. They're my favorite, and I have a pet cockatiel, who you will hear every now and again in the background because she likes to make noise. Her name is Pika, which I very creatively named after Pikachu. But remember how I don't watch anime? Never watched it. But maybe if y'all think I should, I'll attempt to. She has the red cheeks, that's what sold me. And she turns 6 in October. She can say night night, pika pika, peekaboo, and chippy, and also make microwave sounds, and lots of screaming. If if you know birds, you know what that's like. Now, what I do not like, that was a hard one to do because I feel like I have just a lot of like icks and stuff, and I just couldn't think of any at the time. But what I do have down is that I hate hot weather. I am very heat intolerant. If I start to get sweaty, like my back gets sweaty, I want to throw up. I'll get nauseous and very grumpy. And I don't know, I have this thing where like, maybe it's normal, like my body just kind of breaks out sometimes when it's too hot. And I just get itchy and irritated. It's horrible. Summer is brutal. Another thing I don't like is fluorescent lights because why do they have to be so bright? And I go into any Walmart or like a big store and my brain just blanks. I don't know who I am. Where am I? What am I doing again? I don't like spicy food. I mean, I'd like to, but I really can't handle anything more than buffalo wings. I don't like storms, but honestly, I'm just scared of them. I have this generational fear of thunderstorms and tornadoes, even when tornadoes don't really happen where I live, and thunderstorms aren't always dangerous where I am either. I'm also scared of horror and horror movies. I used to love them as a kid, but honestly, the whole nightmares and being unable to sleep thing started after I realized I was mortal and people in real life die. And I really hate analog horror. It triggers my fight or flight, and it's engraved into my brain, and then I'm staying up all night thinking, what if I fall asleep and I see it? My next thing is, when I say I hate speed demons, I recently just got my first car, and I'm still a novice driver. I didn't really put it into practice when I got my license, so I go to speed limit, also because cops around here are bored. But people in my town disagree about my wanting to not get a speeding ticket, so I piss off a lot of people, and I'm just like, please, I'm just scared. I'm just trying to get to work. And the final thing on my dislikes list is that I hate Sherpa. I hate the feeling of it in sweaters and on blankets, and I know the whole point is to keep you warm, but I can't stand it. So, that's it about me. I hope this yap session was sufficient. I am thrilled for you guys to get to know me. Alright, since you guys made it this far, if you want to introduce yourself in the comments, if you have an art account, if you're an artist, let me know what you draw, maybe leave your account, and I will peek at it. I'm really excited to be a part of this community, and I thank you so much for watching. I hope you come back for the next one.